Are you following the counter at the bottom of this?
No, no.
Oh.
That doesn't mean anything. We might not even be at Westlake. Oh, we are at Westlake and MacArthur Park. What a deal. Okay, well, let's skip the 3-minute timer here. All right. Hi, Harry.
Hey, oh, are we on?
Well, this is it. This is as good as it gets.
All right. Hey, cheers.
Here's to you.
Yeah. Hey, man. We're here.
All right. Well, so Harry and I did do a coffee crawl on Wednesday, and it was the repeat to the MacArthur Park Westlake area, which we felt we had not yet completely exhausted all the possibilities. But
We
Harry
didn't plumb the depths, as it were.
Harry fully understandably took a film camera and
Yeah.
was unable to find the time to develop his wet coffee crawl pictures. But he does have some fabulous pictures from his recent trip to San Francisco. So we're going to have the kitchen sink coffee crawl today, the little combo of both. All right, so let's see if we're ready. Oh, well, this is the obligatory terminal. Got to take a picture of the terminal somewhere. Looked like Starship Enterprise was landing, or what you used the Jonah Whale
Yeah.
thing a couple of weeks ago.
But
That's even
I like
closer.
the Starship Enterprise.
Yeah, that looks good. It's descending. Oh no, we'll all be killed.
Enterprise and Alvarado.
Right. All right, here's where we started. We had a good time at Langer's this time again. And,
Yeah. You might say that, I don't know if he's the manager, but whenever we come in, or this is the second time, you and he start talking about birds.
well, he thought the first time we went in, he saw the cameras and thought we were bird guys because apparently they've got a nice collection of different kinds of birds over at the park. Maybe they get some, bird photographers. I think he thought we were bird photographers. So, and plus he seems fairly interested in birds himself.
Yeah, right.
Frank, yeah. In the background over there, I thought maybe that was the Olympic Auditorium, but I thought that doesn't make sense. We're not even close to the Olympic, where the Olympic Auditorium used to be.
Yeah. Oh, that's why you said that.
Yeah,
I didn't
I saw
even
that.
see that sign when you were talking about it, but I see it now.
Yeah, it caught my eye. It's kind of within view of the Westlake Theater sign, which is similar.
Yeah.
But anyway, great coffee at Langer's. We had our little. Oh, there he is, Frank.
Frank.
Yeah, the courteous. I don't know if he's a greeter, manager, or what. Well, he's a waiter probably, but
Yeah. Well, very friendly guy, enjoyable.
I think I think he's a bird photographer, at least a bird watcher,
Yeah.
because he told us to watch out for the Russian
Birds.
gulls with their big yellow eyes or something, orange eyes. And we never did see one.
I got to be honest. All that stuff goes right over my head. Alas, never in all my years on Earth have I thought of being a birder. But I just found out that my first wife is a birder,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you know Ron Seiger, the sax player. He's a birder,
Ah.
avid. The
Well,
only thing I know about Avid is Sibelius, the company that owns Sibelius.
when I was looking for stuff to photograph, sometimes I thought, well, I got birds in the backyard, so I started taking pictures of birds. And that I won't call myself a birder. I'm not worthy of that. But birds are fun. It's like ooh, what's that? And then you get to go look it up. It's like buildings. Now I do buildings instead of birds. Ooh, what's that building?
I go the same thing. I say, "Ooh, what's that?" A bird.
It's just a bird. It's just a building. Hey.
Oh,
So I post this
see.
picture on Facebook, and what do I get? Like 10,000 likes, and hello, Harry, how are you? Nothing about
Yeah,
me or
right.
anything. It left me out completely.
Ernie Nunez had a great greeting. He was like,
Yeah.
"Dude."
Dude.
Yeah. I was just telling you, I like that picture.
That's a good picture.
I only look 79 instead of 80.
We should have taken it just before your birthday. So you wear it.
Yeah,
The
then we
Olympic
could do it
Hotel.
before and after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, for some
Yeah,
reason, now see, you can't even see the Olympic sign here, but it's on top of the building.
yeah.
But this is just one of those buildings that every once in a while, particularly walking around downtown or Hollywood or any of the older neighborhoods, you see these buildings and you go, boy, look at that. It just draws my attention, and this is one of them. And I don't know what
Yeah.
I'm looking at until I get home and have a chance to look it up. But this was a real nice hotel back in the 20s. And apparently this guy just recently bought it, and he's got a history of fixing up old buildings and restoring them to their former glory. So hopefully the Olympic will see the same thing. I
Well,
took
does that mean it'll become a residential hotel
good
again?
chance. Yeah,
Huh.
based on the rest of the building. Now, there's a building across the street I took a picture of. I'm not sure it's included in this because it's not very picturesque. But while doing some research on that, it recently sold for $15 million. So
Holy
there's some
smokes.
value in these old buildings.
Yeah. I wonder if that means they'll be like available as homeless, places for
That
homeless
too.
people.
Well, I wouldn't think he would do. I'm just second guessing here. I wouldn't restore it to do that. He might
Yeah.
retrofit it.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I just love to see how these old buildings are finding new life.
Yeah, yeah. It's very reassuring, isn't
Yeah, actually it is.
it?
And actually, the fact that even the Westlake Theater sign and the Olympic Hotel sign and all these old, even and for that matter, all those old signs in downtown Hollywood are being kept.
Hmm.
That's nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe LA
yeah,
has some historic conscience after all. They don't
yeah.
just tear everything down like people think. Anyway, so here's this guy. And of course, I didn't follow my rule. I got a pretty good shot of him here. I thought that was enough. Put the camera down. Right after this, he gave me the thumbs up or a peace sign or something like that, which would have
Oh,
been a
right.
much better
Yeah,
picture. But
yeah.
anyway,
What's your rule for the thousands of viewers who
well, my rule
are
is, thanks for
avidly
the
following it?
reminder, when you think it's time to stop shooting, take a few more.
Yeah, yeah,
And usually you'll find that at least half the time, it's those last few that you almost didn't take that turn out to be the good ones. Sort of like the
yeah,
afterthought, the epilogue.
yeah.
Okay, Juan Gabriel. I left a color one in here. This is just
Hmm.
such a nice mural. And I actually had the privilege of playing for Juan Gabriel at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
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 So, are you taking all of these in color and transmogrifying them into black and white,
Well,
or?
truth be known, I thought I was taking them with a black and white scene mode. And then I found out I
Uh,
was taking them in RAW. And
um,
so, yeah, no. You have to convert them this time. But I like leaving
yeah.
my camera in black and white mode
Uh-huh.
because when you look at it, when you preview the picture and everything, you're sort of in a black and white frame of mind. And I don't know, it's one of those little tiny things that seems to help a lot. But this one I couldn't
Hmm.
resist. This is such a nice color.
Yeah.
And I think next week, I know I've promised this. I've been lazy. I've been taking my digital camera on these and shooting black and white, but I'm really in the mood to take the old film camera down there. And I think
Yeah.
next week we'll do that.
I'm totally in the mood to shoot film. Like I'm always totally in the mood to shoot, but it's hard for me to get in the mood to go in the darkroom and develop film.
Yeah, actually take that
So
first
I've got
step.
3 rolls now, and I'm not sure whether to use that hour development method
Oh,
you
the
uh,
stand method?
yeah, the stand method. That sounds really intriguing. Or to use the one I know works with D76.
Yeah,
Again,
that's our decision.
I
Well,
think I should try the stand because that seems like it's foolproof.
that's foolproof in a lot of ways too, because they said even if you shoot the film with different ISO settings, it doesn't matter
Uh-huh.
because the since the developer doesn't move, it uses up all the chemicals there in one spot. So you get high contrast,
Yeah,
but it's kind of an there's no balance point. It's all
yeah.
go for it all.
Yeah, again, for the sake of the thousands and thousands of viewers of this
Hmm.
crawl, you might explain what that is because it really
Well, that's a good idea.
floored me that such a thing exists.
Yeah, for you film advocates out there, normally when you develop a roll of film, you put it in a tank and you add a chemical, a developer, for a certain amount of time, usually around 7 or 8 minutes, and you pour out the developer and you put in a stop fix, which stops the development, and then you put it in a third chemical. The stop bath usually lasts about a minute, and then you put it in a third chemical for about 5 minutes, and that locks in the chemicals that are on the film. Well, in the stand method, you don't do any of that. You put the film in a tank, you pour in the developer, and leave it for an hour. And what that does is the chemicals in the developer does its magic on the chemicals on the film to a point of completion. And there's no middle ground. And then you put it in the stop bath and then the fixer. But the point is that the developer is used up on the, what would it be, the high points, the low points? It would be on the dark.
The
dark points,
the
the
densest
negative.
part of the negative.
Right. So it uses all that up, and then there's no more to do. So with any luck, it doesn't matter what the exposure is. Yeah, untested by us, but all the YouTubers think it's just peachy keen.
YouTube is so prevalent everywhere that I believe whatever anybody says on YouTube.
Of course. Well, I do a survey. I watch 100 videos, and if 60 of them say it's one thing, then that's fine enough for me.
You know what's gonna turn out? This is going to be a conspiracy theory against film photographers. And this whole stand method is a hoax.
Yeah, it's a hoax. I think, didn't Alex Jones say something about that on one of his podcasts? It's a hoax.
Yeah. I'm not even using that word. It gets expensive.
Let's not go there. All right, so I don't know who this is. They didn't tell us, but it just looks like it's a lady, right?
It's Mary C.
Oh, I think you're right.
And doesn't it look like her?
Well, she looks like somebody that would make candy.
Yeah.
What a nice face. Abuelita.
You know why her mouth is closed?
Why?
She spent her life eating the candy.
No teeth. Too much candy. Oh, hello, dear. Okay. Welcome to MacArthur Park. No vaping, no smoking, no alcohol, no swimming, no open flames, no amplified sound, no tents, no camping, no dogs, must be on a leash, no dumping, no vending machines, no storage, no bicycles, no skateboards, no skating. Have fun.
Yeah, Roy Wiegand said, but you can still do long tones, right?
Yeah, no, I said no because the rest of the list is on the back of the sign.
Yeah, all the music stuff is on the back of the sign.
No music.
Right.
Okay. This is our Good Samaritan of the
guy.
Week. It seems like we run into at least one of these guys on every trip, and I'm not exaggerating. It seems like there's at least one guy. So Harry and I are blabbing away, talking like crazy. We get off the train like we normally do. We look around, something's wrong. And apparently we have taken the wrong train. And this guy was sitting in the train, saw us fumbling around trying to figure things out, actually got up and explained to us where we were and what to do next. Good old, his name is Mike. And he had no reason to do that other than he's just a good guy.
Right.
Pretty good. And it seems, like I said, like we run into at least one of these every week, every time we go out. Yeah.
And I think you commented at the time that it sort of restores your faith in humanity.
Yeah, it does.
For all the horrible things that happen and show up in the news, here are these very generous-spirited, good-hearted people willing to help without any compensation to them.
Yeah, right.
They're just being friendly and helpful.
Yeah, it's their nature. Of course,
maybe he thought we were tourists.
He might have.
Yeah, I've had it happen in New York that if I'm looking sort of confused, somebody will say, "Can I help you?"
That happened a couple of times to me, right in downtown New York City, Manhattan.
Yeah.
People stop
and New Yorkers
going out of their way.
Don't have much of a reputation for
no.
For being friendly.
Yeah,
but that's not true.
Those are the ones you want to remember.
Yeah.
Okay, we're up to San Francisco.
Yeah, right. And there were, I think I put in two versions of this: the color version and the black and white version. Oh, there it is. Yeah,
there it is.
And what I liked was just the kind of confusion, or the mess of different stuff in the scene: the bicycles, the
Yeah,
windows in the Ben and Jerry's store,
flowers.
the what looks like graffiti on that. I'm not even sure what that is. It's some kind of kiosk,
Yeah. Huh.
on the right.
Yeah. It used to be a photo mat, huh?
Probably, yeah. And then it became a cigarette
Cigarettes
dispenser.
and a locksmith.
Yeah, right. And then a department store.
Yeah. Well, okay.
And this just caught my eye, and I said, why not?
Why
And
not?
I guess what I like is that logo stripe on the truck,
Forward moving.
going in between the trees.
Yeah.
And that's as much as I can say about that. And here, all of these are originally in color, and I take a look at them in color, and then I start wondering to myself, gee, I wonder what that would look like in black and white. And then I start preferring the black and white.
This is a perfect example of how I would choose a black and white shot. You got the lines and shadows, and I mean, this has got, you know, perfect,
it's
perfect
really
setting for
mostly
black and
about
white picture.
the contrast thing. The
Contrast, yeah.
color in this doesn't really say anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I like the contrast between the guy sitting on the bench and the spiffy guy
Yeah.
on the poster on the door.
Poster. And the leading lines.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Is
Oh,
that behind glass?
you're an actor. Of course, you think of leading lines.
Is that behind glass?
Yeah. That's just in the window of the Hard Rock Cafe on that whole wharf area.
What's that contraption on the left?
Got me.
Looks like
It's coming, but it's coming after the mannequins. So.
alien, yeah, with hooks.
Yeah. That's the way it looks when it's smiling.
You never saw that in the movie.
Oh, speaking of smiling, this is inside the aquarium, I think, or maybe the exploratorium.
Yeah.
And I've just thought the poster of the girls having fun in the water next to the shark.
The giant shark teeth.
Yeah, right.
Yikes.
And of course, they're blissfully unaware of the danger, the imminent danger.
Never saw it coming.
Yeah.
It looks like it'd take them both in one bite.
Yeah, it did. If I'd been videoing, that scene would have changed.
Where'd they go?
And this really intrigued me. I was just sitting outside the cafe, outside the kids museum, waiting for the friends I was up there to see, and really just sitting there, I noticed this configuration of shadow and the ladder coming down.
Another.
So I walked over there and thought, well, maybe that'd work, and it turned out to look pretty good.
Yeah, it's got everything.
I tried it in the first shot. The shot is in color, and then looking at it, I thought maybe this would work better in black and white. Because again, color is meaningless in this.
Yeah, I agree. But
the black and white is
many
what the
elements.
picture's about.
Yep.
Yeah. And this again, I was just sitting there, and suddenly this scene organized itself into a picture in my mind. And I thought that guy looked pretty ominous. Like he's waiting to pull a firearm out of that backpack.
He's the bag man.
And after I took the picture, and then about 2 minutes later, his son walked up, and the guy became a friendly, normal, attentive, nurturing father. I thought, man, I have to be careful of stereotyping. I was going to turn him into the FBI.
Yeah, you don't think of yourself being that way, and every once in a while you get caught.
I do, yeah. No, sometimes it's more than every once in a while. So.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of going back to the guy on the train. I don't know what you expect, but
right.
Being in an urban area, particularly, and strangers being the way they are, you just sort of think everybody's going to be standoffish, but they're not.
Yeah.
Which makes you
Well, I
think
mean,
all the people
sometimes I think I have to adopt as a rule of life, assume the positive, not the negative.
yeah, or at least move in that direction. You don't want to go too
Yeah,
far. I
yeah.
don't think.
Unless
There I
unless
am a
somebody's
minute
putting
ago.
yeah, right. Yeah, this it's another one where I'm just sitting there, waiting, and looked over and thought, gee, maybe that's worth
Yeah,
photographing. And
I agree.
it's
That's
really
got,
just textures and shapes.
and the color would be nothing. Would not add a
Right.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally
Nice.
nothing.
Well, thanks for watching.
As our heroes would say, you've wasted another perfectly good 30 minutes.
Our role models. You've wasted
Yeah,
another
right.
25 minutes or so. Well,
Yeah.
good. By the way, lest there be any doubt, we have merch.
Well, yeah.
If
Oh,
you've been admiring our coffee cup now, and links in the description below, as they say. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to how does this work again? How do I do this? Oh yeah, like and subscribe. It would really help us out, and we'd appreciate it. And I waited to the end, so you could have clicked off already, but it doesn't matter. Just like, subscribe, and please leave a comment or a question, and let us know what you're thinking. If you're out there.
I know they're out there. See, I'm thinking positive
They've
already.
got to be out there.
Yeah, they're out there and they love us. They love us.
They love us. I just know they do.
I feel the vibe.
All right. Well, we started this thing about Saturday at 10, which seems like a pretty good time for us. If it's a good time for you, join us, and we'll all have fun.
Yeah. Cheers, everybody. Have a great day.
Yeah. Everybody have fun. Talk to you later. Let's see. Now, I had an outro for this somehow. Never mind. How about that one?
That's a